Howdy YouTube. I'm just going to do a follow-up video to my mods list video that I posted yesterday. I've just had a few comments in the comment section about fitting these covers over your engine cases, so I'll just go into it in a little bit more detail, and hopefully if you like these covers and you buy them, it'll help you out in fitting them. So these covers, they're from a company called K-Speed Japan, out of Thailand. They do lots of parts and covers like these for various bikes, Royal Enfields, Hondas, Triumphs. They do covers for the air-cooled Bonnevilles, which is my bike. They do it for the liquid-cooled Bonnevilles. They also do it for the new 400s as well, the Speed and the Scrambler. They're just covers. They're made of high-density plastic, which allegedly does not melt, and they're only held on by sort of a double-sided M3 kind of tape. It's the kind of tape you find on the back of tank pads and stuff like that. So once it's applied, it's quite grippy. What I will say is, before you fit these, I would just dry fit them first, just to make sure that you get everything all in the right place before you take the backing tape off the tape, because once you've done that, it starts to stick, and you don't want the grip on the tape to soften or loosen, so it doesn't grip properly. The first thing you need to do is completely clean your casings. So what I did, I cleaned my casings, and after that I used some rubbing alcohol and just really clean the surface areas where I was going to attach the case. I would also suggest that when you are ready to fit, that you take all the backing tape off and place it on, and then use your fingers to put some pressure on the edges where the tape is, because if you try and sort of do the tape a bit at a time, there's not enough clearance to get your fingers in to get the backing tape off. So as you can see, a bit closer, they don't interfere with the bolts, so you can actually remove the entire case without taking the cover off once it's applied. So that's quite a nice little touch. But basically the backing tape is under these areas here, and it's all round all the edges of the case. Now when I dry fitted it, I pressed it very snugly against the entire case, and what was happening is these areas here were raising up, so when I was applying pressure with my finger, it wasn't fitting properly, because I was pushing the case, the actual case onto the cover onto the case. So then I sort of had to think about it, and I basically just sort of placed the cover on, and it naturally fell into the spot where it should. And basically what that does is it leaves a little gap between the cover and the case. Now, taking an educated guess, I would say that that is right, because thinking about it, you don't want the cover in direct contact with the case underneath, because obviously as you ride the bike and it gets hot, you might have some issues, and with a little bit of a gap, it allows the heat to dissipate through the edges. So take your tape off, place the cover on, and then start at the top and just put pressure with your fingers on the top first, get them bonding. And you need to spend a couple of minutes doing this, and then basically just work your way around the edges, finishing at the bottom. Now, I got mine on okay. They do fit quite well, but you just need to do a little bit of fettling, because I did find that towards the bottom here, some of the plastic bits were raising up as you put pressure everywhere else, and it's quite a hard, rigid cover. So there's not much give in the plastic. So what I ended up having to do was I ended up having to get some extra tape and just put a little bit extra tape towards the bottom here, just to get it to bind and to stick basically. Now once you've got it on, what I suggest you do, you pick a day where you're not going to use your bike, and you put it on when the bike is cold. Don't put it on directly after riding the bike, because the engine's going to be hot, and you're going to run into problems. So do it when the bike is cold, and once you've got them on, you're going to have to spend a couple of minutes on each little bit, just applying pressure till it actually grips and sticks. Once it's stuck, leave it, don't touch it, and I would suggest you just leave the bike for like a day, like 24 hours, and just let that tape cure. And then once it's cured, a bit like a sort of a tank badge, once it's on and cured, you should have no problems. Now, I haven't had any problems. I've had the case on for a good couple of days. It's been really nice weather here in the UK. It's been really hot. The bike's been left outside, and I've also been riding around, been out for like 4-hour rides and things like that. And that case, I'm pleased to say, has not moved. It's still really, really well bonded to the engine casing underneath. The beauty of this is, if it does come unstuck, you can always take it off, buy new tape, peel the old tape off, put new tape on, and stick it back on. You can just use some glue gun and get the residue off your case. So in that respect, it's quite good. I mean, I bought this mainly for the looks. I wanted that look. Ideally, I would have loved to have got a replacement case in that style, cast metal. But unfortunately, I've looked and I just can't seem to find any on the internet. I did find some in the United States, but they were chrome, and I wanted black. So when you buy these cases, I paid £169 UK pounds, and for that you get 3 cases. So you get this one over the Straits cover, you get one for here on your chain sprocket, but obviously I've got an aftermarket cover there already, so I don't really plan on using that cover. And then you get one for the other side as well, which, as I said in my other video, I haven't fitted, and the reason is I've got this Motone clutch cover here, and when I dry fitted it, there was a bit of rubbing against that, and I just think I just need to disassemble this, take it off, dry fit the cover, and I may need just to shave a couple of mil off an area here just to get it to fit, and obviously that's going to be a bit of a job, so I'm just waiting till I've got a free day and I'll get that done. But the cover looks really nice on both sides. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope that's made things a little bit clearer for those that posted comments. I'm quite pleased with it. They are good. I haven't had any issues. I've been riding the bike. The bike's got hot. It's been hot weather, and they're holding just fine. They haven't budged or moved. A British winter, different story. We'll see how they go. I've got a feeling there may be some issues, but you never know. Never say never. But that'll do it for this one, guys. If you've got any further questions, just post me in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Other than that, the bike is looking really good, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.